Hey guys, so this is going to be anti-haul number 3 and it's come up so quickly because I just keep on seeing so much stuff that I just can't wrap my head around it. So I feel like this is going to be a long one because there's quite a few things on my list. I'm looking at this list right now on my screen and I'm just kind of like, this is going to take a while. So let's just jump straight into it. Okay, so the first thing is the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. It is so pretty, but guys, we've seen so many palettes with these kind of shades and they're beautiful. Don't get me like the red, the oranges, oh, they're just beautiful. Those are the kind of shades that I like to rock on a daily. But number one, we've seen so many palettes which look so similar. And number two, the price is over $100. I haven't got over $100 to be spending on a palette. It's just not feasible. It's just not feasible for me. So it's just best that I just drop myself straight out of that one. I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about Natasha Denona, and the shadows and quality is supposed to be just amazing. But it's alright, you can keep that. Next up is the Urban Decay Afterglow palette. No, I'm just kind of done with these kind of things. Everybody is bringing out palettes which look like this. Everybody's bringing out their take on the highlight thing, and this palette just doesn't look any different to the ones that Anastasia had brought out, like her glow kits, the recent ones by Kylie. And then there's so many drugstore alternatives as well that this just makes me feel like there's just no point. There's just no point. And keeping with the Urban Decay train, the Shapeshifter palettes. Again, everybody has brought out, you know, contour, concealer palettes, and I like the concept where you have powders on one side and then you have a divider and the creams on the other side, so at least you're not going to get your powders and your creams mixed up. So because I've got a couple of palettes which, like face palettes, which have powders and next to it has a cream product, and once you use your powder product, all the kickback tends to go into the cream product and then it's just a mess and you just don't want to use it because it just looks icky and disgusting. So I can definitely appreciate the divider, but I've just got so many contour kits and this is just unnecessary. It's just unnecessary. Next on our list is the Morphe Copper Spice and Bronze Smoker palettes. They literally look like the same thing. They literally look like the same palette, but all they've done is rearrange certain shades and added a couple of shades into this one and added a couple of shades into that one just to make it a little bit different. That's how it looks to me. I'm most likely wrong, but that's just how it looks to me. It just looks like they're so similar. And again, we've had so many palettes which looks like this. I understand where there's a demand, it's supply and demand. That's all it is. If people want it, people are going to supply that particular product because they know that people are going to buy it. It's common sense. It's standard business practice. But I just feel like I've got, again, a ton of palettes which already have so many of these shades, and I understand it's like the same as like a nude lip. I have so many nude lipsticks, liquid lipsticks, nude pencils, and when you compare them all, they're like a hair off or a hair different from one another, and when you put them on, they look so different to one another. So I can understand, like, it's probably the same kind of concept with eyeshadows as well. I might have shadows which are similar. These ones might just be a little hair different, but I don't feel like that's enough. That's not enough of a reason for me to go out and buy these from Morphe. It's just not. I'd rather just stick to what I have because I've got so many neutral, natural coloured eyeshadows that I just feel like it's a waste. Next on the list is the Farsali Skin Drops that I see everybody dropping on their face, and it's predominantly water. I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Farsali, you guys can keep that, okay? They're cute little bottles and oh, they look so sweet. Especially the purple one. I think the purple one's like unicorn tears or something along those lines. But it's okay because it's predominantly water. I've got plenty of water coming out of my tap. I don't need coloured water, and I've got plenty of skincare items. So in the way that my skin is set up right now, I feel like I'm on the right track. So for Sally, you guys can keep that, because I really just don't see the benefits of it. I don't understand what it's supposed to do, so no thanks. Next is the Lorac Beauty and the Beast collection. They've been doing so many, not so many, but their last collection was a collaboration with Disney for the Pirates of the Caribbean thing, and then it just feels like 2 minutes later they've come out with the whole Beauty and the Beast collection. And it's like, clearly you guys have a contract with Disney, and not get your money, get your coin, because there's so many people who are into those franchises. You know, the whole Beauty and the Beast thing is so nostalgic. There's so many people who's into the Pirates of the Caribbean thing too, but I just feel like it's way too gimmicky. I feel like it's very elementary. It's just so, it's not something that I can really get down with. It really isn't something that I can get down with. I don't need my makeup to be in collaboration with Beauty and the Beast or with Johnny Depp and the Pirates of the Caribbean. I just don't need my makeup to have that kind of theme. It's cool for whoever likes that kind of stuff, but it's okay. It's okay. Seriously. Next is the Boscia Cleansing Jelly Ball. I don't know if that's the official name for it, but I saw Tati use it and it was really, really strange. And I don't really like the whole concept of putting this, it's like a black jelly ball. Of course you're going to see a picture of it. It's like a black jelly ball kind of thing that you put all over your face, and you use it as a cleanser to remove your makeup and whatever. That's great, but I just feel like it's just so gimmicky. I'd rather use something which comes in a tube, which I can squeeze out into my hand and put all over my face and wash my hands off. And I know that there isn't going to be any dirt or remains from like my skin on that tube, but with the ball, it's like you're putting it on your face. Whatever makeup, dead skin cells, whatever is going to transfer onto that ball, and then you can turn around and say, okay, but then all you have to do is rinse off the ball. Like, okay, you rinse off the ball, but then when you rinse off the ball, the chances are it's going to melt some of the product. So, because you know, like with soap, when you put soap under the water, it melts some of it away. It may not be a lot of it, but to be fair, that cleansing ball thing is not cheap. So I'm not really going to want to waste not 1 ounce of it. I don't want to waste any of it at all. That's why I prefer things in a tube, because even in a tube you can cut the top off and you can scoop out whatever's inside. I am so cheap. Anyway, next is the Lime Crime hair dye. Now it looks so cute. The packaging is so nice. Yes, I'm not going to skip around the whole thing where Lime Crime has had a lot of scandals over the past few years. They've had a lot of scandals, and a lot of people tend to not want to support them, and I can completely understand that. I've got a couple of palettes by them. I've got a few of their liquid lipsticks, and this was before I found out about all their scandals and whatnot. And I'm not going to not use what I've purchased because of what they've done. I've already spent my money on those things, so it is what it is. I have them. I am going to be using them. You've seen me use some of them in my videos. I think like the Lime Crime Venus palettes, whatever, you've seen me use them simply because I've already purchased them, so I'm going to use them. I'm not going to waste my money. But the Lime Crime hair dyes, which recently came out, I did see them and they look so cute. But even though I've seen some people use them on camera, I feel like people with a really light hair have used it, and I just would not ever see something like that colouring my dark hair. Like, you see how dark my hair is? But obviously, to add insult to injury is the fact that they've had so many scandals, and these aren't things that make me want to take the risk with purchasing from them. No. So the next thing is the Givenchy foundation sponge. Just look at it. Just look at it. Take it in. This thing is just as gimmicky as, and the thing is, it's not like so overly expensive, but I just don't, it just looks so gimmicky. It looks so gimmicky. I haven't seen like the best reviews for it either. It's just, when I saw it, I was just like, what the hell is this? What is it? What is that? It just looks crazy. So I'd rather just like step away from it real slow. It's okay. Next is the Anastasia lip palette. Now this came out a while ago. This is nothing new. This is nothing that everybody hasn't already heard about. We all already know about this, and a lot of people have already said that they're not buying it simply because it's just not, it's not an easy thing to really, like, you're gonna have to carry the whole palette around. Like, you mix your own shade because the whole point is so you can mix and make your own lip shades, and that's great, but that's great for like a makeup artist, you know, they're there on set or whatever and they're mixing the shade for their client, and then that's it, like a one-time thing, keep it pushing. But for the regular consumer such as myself, I'm not going to mix a shade and then carry the palette and then have to worry about like 5 hours later or whatever, oh, my lipstick is coming off, let me remake that lipstick, and then how do I ensure that I get the exact same shade that I previously had? It's just a hassle. And the thing is, the finish is not matte, so it's not going to stay on your mouth all day like a liquid lipstick normally would. You just don't have that longevity because of the finish. It's just a standard lipstick. It's not like a liquid to matte liquid lipstick. So I wouldn't want to spend my money on that because I know I can see myself getting frustrated and whatever. But for whoever wants to use it, whoever wants to go for it and, you know, become a little bit of a mixologist and, you know, be a makeup artist for the day, whatever, do your thing. But for me, it's just not gonna work out. The last thing is the Flawless Complexion Gummies. I saw Makeup by Mario on Instagram. He was promoting these on his page, and I just thought to myself, it just reminded me of the gummy bear hair bunny, whatever it is, those gummy things, the hair ones. And I actually mentioned those ones in my last anti-haul, but it reminded me of those, and I just thought to myself, no, get yourself some vitamin E or get yourself some oils of life from Body Shop. That will do you good. Like, seriously, I'm really not into these gimmicky products. I mean, I understand that there's a lot of innovation out there, people are trying to make new innovative products, and I'm all for that, but when there's no guarantee that these things are going to work, because how do we know by looking at someone's post that these are going to work or not? These are the kind of things you have to use over such a long period of time before you see any real difference. So him promoting that, to me, doesn't prove that these things work. If someone has an eyeshadow palette and they're using it and whatever, I can see whether or not it has good pigmentation or whatever, but these gummy bear hairs and complexion gummies and all of this stuff, it's not something that attracts me. It's just not something that attracts me. So I'm just gonna not bother to get it. Sorry. So that is everything that I had on my list for my anti-haul number 3. And let me know if you've come across some of these products and what you think. Let me know if you're going to buy any of these products, and if you are, let me know why. Let me know if there's any products that you flat out refuse to get and what your reasons are for it as well. Just sound off in the comments down below so we can have a conversation, and I'll definitely see you in my next one. Bye.